Hi YouTube, it's me, Imani. um, so in this video today, it's not going to necessarily be about maladaptive daydreaming. This is going to be, um, something that is really important and something that I've been kind of struggling with in a way to kind of get myself out of. It's going to be about like mental health and stuff about like depression, because it's kind of what I've been struggling with, and to help anyone else who, you know, is having a hard time with this as well too. And you know, like and for anyone else who can, you know, relate in a way, you know, it's for these people too. And if you are going through as this as well too, don't feel like you're lonely. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're not. But yeah, and I'm not gonna like say like trigger warning, because I know that, you know, in videos like these, as far as like people who talk about their mental health and, you know, stuff like depression and suicidal thoughts and all, I'm not gonna like, I don't really see in my opinion, I don't really see that there's a point in that, because, you know, we're all going through some form of depression, some form of suicidal thoughts, some form of emotional turmoil. You know, just really feeling low with ourselves. And right now, I'm at this point of feeling low with myself. And I've been feeling like this for a very long time and for a while. But I just want to say to anyone who is watching this video that you're not alone, and there is hope. And, you know, if you need to talk, we can talk about it down in the comment section. And yeah, because I feel that this is really important. And if you are feeling like this, and if you are feeling like you can relate in a way, then I'm all open arms, you know. Like, I feel like you don't have to hide it in a way, you know. You don't have to like feel like, you know, I should just be happy and have a smile on my face, because it's okay. It's okay to feel like everything is not okay, you know, and that you should just get over it, and that you should just move on. Because it's like, no, you know, it's like things like things like this is a process. And it's like, for anyone, if you are going through it as well as I am, if anyone has ever told you or make it seem like it's not that big of a deal, or that you should just get over things, don't listen to them. Because clearly you just can't. You know, you just can't. It's like, you can try and push yourself through it. And I haven't really been doing anything really, but Um, yeah. Like, you can try and push yourself through it, but you know at some point, like, you can't. It's still there, you know? But, yeah. I just want to talk about it and what it is that I've been going through as far as my mental health and emotional health. Um, I consider myself to be a very sensitive person, and I do take things to offense, and even when I try not to, I still do, you know? But I don't want to be like the type of person that like blame anybody for what it is that I'm going through and that I'm feeling inside, you know? Because unfortunately, the world, you can't blame the world, you know, for what it is that you're feeling inside or what it is that you're going through, you know. And me, I tend to have a victim type mindset where I just be like, whatever happens to me, I tend to blame someone else for what I'm going through when I know that I shouldn't, because not everybody, like, not everybody, you can't always blame anyone for, again, you can't blame anyone for what it is that you're going through, because you feel like, you know, deep down inside, you still have to take responsibility, and that you can't really necessarily, and I don't want to like trigger anybody, you know. I don't like this video is just what it is that that I have on my mind and on my chest to really just express out and to help anyone else like who's kind of just going through the same thing, and to make anyone feel that, you know, they're not alone and that they don't have to feel lonely, you know, because everybody is struggling in some type of way. You know, not everything in life is very, you know, sunshines and rainbows and unicorns. There is some dark moments, and through this dark moment is what I'm going through, and I've been in it for a very long time. And I've been depressed for a very long time. Even when on the outside, like, you know, because like on the outside to people it can seem like, you know, you're smiling and it seems like you're happy and you seem like you'd be having such a good time, and deep down inside that's not what it is that you're really feeling. It's not what it is that you're really going through, you know. And it's like, it sucks because it's like you kind of do feel like you're the only one going through it, and you know that you're not. Like, you know that there's other people going through the same type of thing. You know that, especially since this COVID thing happened, you know, quarantine, I bet there was a lot of people feeling really down and kind of just depressed. But anyways, yeah. But you know, like, that's not what it is. That you try to put on a smile and you try to put on a like a mask, for other people. And like real people can sense that you're like not okay. Real people that are like the type of people that are like truthful people, they can sense that like you're not okay. Even if no matter how many times you try to be like, yeah, I'm fine, like I'm okay, and that there's nothing wrong with you. Another thing about this is that I am kind of struggling with like my passion as far as being an artist, and as far as just things that I want to do, but I can't necessarily find that inner spark like how I used to because of this. It's like all I want to do nowadays is just sit and to do pretty much nothing, because it's like, and it's like I do try to push myself. I try to push myself, and it's just, it's like the feeling is not even there, and I'm pretty sure anyone can relate to this as far as like if you have like a deep passion for something and you have something that you're deeply passionate about, but then soon as, I don't know, I guess you hit rock bottom, it's just like that you have an interest for something and then that interest is no longer there. Like I have a passion for painting and art, and I've been having it for a very long time, but ever since I've gotten, I don't know, I honestly I don't even know where it started. It's happening. It just happened because I guess in a way I'm realizing things as far as like stuff like what is my purpose in life, and what is it that I'm meant to be doing in this life, and what is it that I'm, like what's my meaning for existing, like that type of stuff. I've always kind of had I've always just kind of had those kind of thoughts for a while, and it's like, it's like I'm sorry for being quiet. I'm just kind of trying to think about what I'm going to say next. But yeah. I just been having those kind of thoughts, and it's been, there's just been also other things that I've been going through as far as emotionally. I'm just at a low point right now, and I'm learning to just be okay with it. Just be okay with where I am right now and just learn to accept it instead of just running away from it and trying to like distract myself and trying to, because I don't want to always feel. I have been emotionally numb because I tend to really consider myself as a sensitive person who just take things way too offensively, and even when I know it's not about me, I still tend to do that. It's like you can't help but to feel it, you know? Um I'm a very emotional person, and I just always been kind of just that way, you know. And it's like I've been really thinking, you know, as far as like, excuse me for the background noise, but as far as like don't not knowing how to like try and see things from a different point of view is like somewhere in my mind it's just not gonna allow me to do that, you know. It's like I have to feel what I'm feeling, and I don't know, I guess it just is what it is. I don't really have like some sort of explanation for who I am as a person and other people who are like me. Um, but I've just been like holding in my feelings because deep down inside, I just been feeling really ashamed for being like this. And I'm getting ready to cry. And yeah, I just been feeling really deeply ashamed. My apologies. But anyways, um, I've been feeling ashamed for being like this because I know that something tells me that I shouldn't be like this, and that you should like you should just be ashamed for expressing how you feel. And like, again, going back to what I was saying as far as like tending to play the victim and having this victim mentality and having this lack mentality and like blaming everyone else for what it is that I feel inside, you know. And uh um and like um I'm not even gonna like continue to like because I want to be real. Like I don't want to be pretending like, as far as with this channel and everything, this is a channel about like mental health and just the things that people are going through, such as myself. And I don't want to be like a person who is just like, you know, oh, everything's fine, you should just be happy in life, because everything is not always going to be fine. And I know that now, because I used to be the type of person to just be like, I'm fine. Like, people would ask me, my family members would ask me, just be like, Imani, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'd just be like, like, I'm fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. But I know that, like, I know that I'm not fine. I just try to pretend like I'm okay, because I don't want my tears or whatever emotional issues that I'm dealing with, emotional turmoil, I don't want that to like affect other people in their moods, because I'm always thinking about someone else. I'm never just like always to myself, I'm always thinking about others and how someone else feels, you know. I don't want to be like that type of person to just be selfish and just make it seem like everything is just always about me and I'm the victim, and what you did was your fault and that you should take accountability, because I've also done things to people, like said things that may have hurt someone or triggered someone, and that I'm not always like, I'm not always a victim. Like, I'm not always, and that, there are things that I would also have to take accountability to, you know, that have affected other people. And yeah. So, yeah. So, again, this is not going to be like, I don't want to put trigger warning, because it's like, I just feel it's like, if you're going to get triggered, you're going to get triggered about things, It's like, that is literally how just life is. It's like, you really can't avoid it, There are going to be things, there are going to be people, places, situations, circumstances, and just overall experiences that it's going to make you feel triggered in a way. It is not going to always be pretty. There are going to be moments where everything is going to be ugly, but it's like, we don't always have to stay in it. We don't always have to stay stuck. We don't always have to stay in the rut, especially with maladaptive daydreaming. And because of these sort of feelings, it's like, this is why your mind dissociates or creates imaginary worlds or fantasy worlds, because it doesn't want, it's too much, it can be like, it's too much to deal with, and it can just become overwhelming. So that's why it happens, at least for me. I think there are many other different reasons as to why people like us do it, but so it's like, I'm learning to kind of accept that, and to just be okay with feeling the way that I feel, and just being who I am, because I always thought that who I was should be something that I should be ashamed for, and that, or that I'm worthless, or that I'm a nobody, you know, or feeling like, just feeling really small. I'm feeling like you're just, and growing up feeling really different from the rest, you know. And then it's like, I would also struggle with feelings of like jealousy and enviness. I would be enviness and have jealousy of like, you know, growing up in high school and girls, like other girls and stuff. You know, it's like I would even be jealous of people who like, how is it that like, who aren't necessarily as sensitive, but who aren't necessarily like, can put their emotions to a side. You know, I used to be jealous of that. Like, I used to be so envious of like, how come you can just like get over things and just like be like whatever. But for someone like me, it's like, it comes with overthinking it. It comes with just feeling ashamed about it. I mean, I would just carry a lot of just guilt and shame. And yeah, um, it actually feels good to get that stuff out. Um, but I wanted to make this video mainly for other people who are going through the same thing as I, and just kind of like let things out. Um, if this is triggering to you, you don't have to watch it. You really don't. This is literally just about just letting stuff out that I've just been holding inside, and all of that. Like, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to waste your time looking at someone who's just like, you know, emotional, being all emotional and shit on the screen and talking about her problems and just shit that she's going through. You know, you don't have to do that. But I just want to let some stuff out and to make this video specifically for people who are just going through what it is that I'm going through, and to help people like realize that you don't have to go through this sort of thing alone. Whatever it is that you're going through, whether it be your mental health is just taking a toll, and you've just been feeling really down, depressed, and you're just not emotionally stable. But yeah, because I'm not gonna like put trigger warnings. I don't really see that that's necessary. And then it's like, I've been watching other YouTubers who kind of just been, you know, like having their moments as far as with the kind of things that they're going through in their life, mentally and emotionally. But yeah, so I hope that this helped anyone. And if you did watch this, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you. I will be making other videos on maladaptive daydreaming, so, but yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful time and a wonderful day. And I hope everyone's doing well with themselves and is taking care of themselves. So, yeah.